Okay, first off, we've got, why is he dancing over, wait, dancing over land grabs from Decoy? Wait, what? Oh no, for the Olympics? Oh, that's right. Los Angeles has the Olympics in 28. Wait, are they gonna use the, dude, that doesn't help them at all. If they're gonna use the fire as an excuse to like swoop up a bunch of land on the cheap, dude, the Maui allegations are real. Dude, there's no way. All right, hold on. Let's actually see this. So this one's by Decoy Voice again. Why is he dancing over land grabs? All right, let's check it out.
As the wildfires continue to rage all throughout Los Angeles, California Governor Gavin Newsom
there's no
appears
way.
to dance while talking about land grabs.
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor down in
There's
in
no
Hawaii,
shot.
who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators.
What the f was that? Bro, what was
Hawaii,
that?
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor.
Wait, dude, he can't contain, he can't contain his excitement. Are you fucking serious?
Down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has.
There's no fucking shot, bro.
Down in Hawaii,
Who even makes that movement?
some ideas around some land use concerns.
He just starts dancing. He's like, it's like he's subconsciously like so excited. He heard about it. He was like, time to get that land, baby. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Down in Hawaii, you had some ideas.
Dude, there's no way. There's no fucking shot, dude. Dude, wait, does he do that normally? Hold on. I don't think I've seen him do that before.
Down in
It's like what a weird motion. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of Newsom interviews too, and I don't remember him doing that. Trump would have meaned his ass into the ground if that was his usual thing. That's true. You know what? True, Axe. True. It almost seems like, dude, I feel like, I don't know if I'm reaching here, but like this looks like so subconscious.
Josh
Like, look at
Green,
this.
the governor.
Like he's like, why is he smiling there?
While talking about land grabs.
I'm
Okay,
just
hold on.
talking to Josh Green, the
So
governor
he's thinking about Josh Green, so he might be smiling because of that.
down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some
Starts
land use
dancing.
concerns he has around speculators
So he says speculators, and he smiles.
coming in. But
Do you see that
some
smile?
ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in,
Bro.
buying up
Yeah,
properties,
dude, what
and
the
like.
hell?
So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward. And
Now it seems incredibly insensitive, but it might be just because he's a weird guy when you actually
Okay,
pay
he's doing it
attention.
there. He's doing it
So
there. Okay, so he's doing it kind
But
of
it
there
might
a
be
little
just
bit.
because he's a weird guy when you actually pay attention. So we could sit back and make fun of his mannerisms
Hold on, he was kind of doing it there too, though. So maybe debunked. I don't
all
know.
day, but that distracts from the fact that our governor actually looks giddy when talking about what happened in Maui might be happening here too. As it's easy to forget, but the wildfires in Lahaina happened just
Dude.
over a year ago, and still to today, much of the land is still rubble. So we gotta talk about what's in store for Los Angeles residents, how I basically believe nothing Newsom said.
You know what's? I don't know much about Maui specifically, but I know Hawaii itself is really fucking wet. So it's kind of crazy that like the fires actually went that hard in Hawaii because it rains all the fucking time there. You know what I mean? Nick's Variant says, Leaflit, you have no idea how pissed I am with the LA Olympics. We have issues with traffic already and it's going to get worse. Yeah, that's true. It's kind of rough because you can kind of think of it. Yeah, the traffic's going to be bad like during the Olympics, but you have to think about like how much money that brings in terms of like tourism and stuff. You know who got really fucked over was Japan. Like for the Tokyo like 2020 got like super fucked over, honestly, because a lot of these cities, they spend a lot of money like upgrading their facilities because of all of the tourism that they're going to get over the Olympics. There's a lot of, I mean, there used to be, I don't know how it is anymore, but there's a lot of prestige behind like being a part of the Olympics. So
Says about fixing the issues and how
but yeah, pretty sure Hawaii is fully proven to be. You think so, Bear? Like, dude, because it's so wet in Hawaii. Like, how does? See, I can see how a fire goes fucking out of control, like absolute, like batshit out of control in California. But how does that happen in Hawaii?
this catastrophic failure that we, the taxpayers, essentially funded, which is a very important point we gotta get to, but how it's so convenient for these politicians and their finances that I actually refuse to believe this wasn't by design. So let's quickly recap why I don't believe a word of Newsom's doublespeak. As first he said the water reservoirs were full.
The reservoirs are complete. State reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us.
And when he was called out for them clearly being empty,
we do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation, to understand what was happening.
The reservoirs being full and you invest they weren't is a paradox, and how he says it with a straight face actually makes sense when you realize the randomly moving of his arms is probably his tell when he's lying. So he should just stick to tweets, even though his lie about not cutting the firefighters' budget is thoroughly documented on how he cut their budget by the tens of millions of dollars. But we deep dive on that in the last video about social media censorship.
I ask you, we've got to deal with this misinformation. There are hurricane force winds of mis and disinformation lies, and it breaks my heart as people are suffering and struggling. That we're up against those
man.
Hurricane forces as well.
Dude, isn't that like so, dude, how convenient is that? It's like so fucking nice. Can you imagine like how nice that is? Like every time you fuck up, you're just like, yeah, everyone's lying. I didn't actually fuck up. It's all lies. I didn't actually fuck up. It's like, but didn't you like, slash the budget and stuff? Ah, man, it's the mis and disinformation, man. It's a firestorm of mis and disinformation. Like, bro, what the can you imagine this shit? Like, dude, like the gaslighting levels are like so high that they can literally get away with anything. It's fucking actually, it's so insane.
So insanely
Actually,
disgusting for him to compare the winds spreading wildfires into people's homes to how he's suffering the consequences of his own lies. But that's not even the worst part, as one day he's saying he won't politicize a natural disaster, and the very next day he's posting his California Fire Facts page that actually links to his own Gavin Newsom website, which has a huge button to donate to the Fire Foundation, but is actually a link to the Act Blue website that allows the Democrats to skim a portion of their money. And that's just the 20-second recap of an 11-minute video where we go in on why I don't trust anything Newsom's saying about the recovery efforts. As it may sound good that he's willing to speak to Hawaii's Governor Green, as he also recently experienced similar—
Dude, can I talk about another Hawaiian politician? Anybody know Mazie Hirono? She has the IQ of a sack of pebbles, dude. It's unreal. Like every time I see her talk, dude, it kind of reminds me of like the guy that like was talking about the island tipping over. She's like of that level. It's actually fucking insane. It's so crazy.
But I just think it's important to highlight. Is he taking advice from someone who successfully served his citizens? Or is he taking advice from someone who utilized a crisis to advance their pre-existing political agenda? As we covered what occurred in Maui back in August of 2020. Single-handedly
tanking Asian IQ scores, the averages.
23, where land grabs were immediately attempted.
Investors and realtors calling the families who lost their home, offering to buy their land.
There is a massive opportunity for land grab.
What's my IQ? I don't know.
Corporate entities that don't have nothing to do with the Lahaina community.
These people coming in and trying to buy up their land. It just happened.
And right off the bat, the governor vowed to protect the landowners. But what exactly happened to all those areas devastated by the
superpower known as
wildfires?
autism.
As a couple of weeks ago, it appears most of that land is still nothing.
As you can see, there isn't—
Most are only set to 135. Once you pass that, can't anyone get to 180? It just depends on how fast you go. Is it speed? I'm not gonna lie, like half the time. Anyway.
a lot of construction happening in this part of Lahaina yet. Most of the neighborhoods closest to the ocean are in what's called a Special Management Area, or SMA, which does add an extra—
Sorry, just like one more thing. Anyway, that was a long-ass tangent. I'm so sorry. I thought that was a good tangent, though. That entire tangent happened because somebody asked me what my IQ was. And it turned into that big-ass tangent.
layer of complexity to the permitting process.
Now, I do understand that building on an island with limited resources is difficult, but what happened to the billions of dollars of federal...
Tan already says, no, you're just smart. You know, like a lot of people think I'm really stupid, actually. I hear it a lot. A lot of people think I'm like the biggest dumbass in VTubing. That's the funny thing, actually.
Relief. What happened to the removal of all the government red tape? And why is some of that assistance suddenly drying up in March? Which is why it's important to see the similarities in Governor Green to Newsom.
I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can put it into workforce housing, to put it back into
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Spaces in perpetuity as a memorial.
Dude, these people, dude. The fucking, dude, the ashes just got there and they're already trying to swoop it up. God, these people are insufferable.
People who were lost.
So if the state wants to protect the land from predators trying to take advantage...
Crazy was trying to get my attention. Let me check. What's up, Crazy? Crazy just posted leaf pain in the group chat.
...of residents recovering from a fire, that's a great concept if they actually deliver. But it seems over a...
What? You were just yelling at me for pausing again? Well, I'm sorry for pausing, Crazy.
A year later, the residents still haven't seen some of that money, and if Newsom can't even admit we didn't have water without crying to Biden to censor us, I have absolutely zero confidence he's going to be able to protect Los Angeles residents as soon as the news cycle switches and the cameras stop rolling. Now, there is some speculation about the locations of the wildfires and how it plays into the Smart LA 2028 campaign that coincidentally lines up with the Summer Olympics coming to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles will be host to the World Cup, and then the Super Bowl, and then the Olympics. With this rebuilding effort needing to take place, is LA going to be ready for all of those global events?
We're already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have a team looking and reimagining LA 2.0.
You just said you're organizing a Marshall Plan for the rebuilding of California.
Wait, a Marshall Plan?
Tell us about this Marshall Plan.
We're just starting to lay out. I mean, we're still fighting these fires. So we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits. We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize how we can put together a collection of individuals on philanthropy, the recovery, how we can organize the region, how we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance for
He's
the Olympics.
pulling a fucking Kamala Harris.
Also federal assistance for the recovery efforts.
So aside from his Marshall Plan being more buzzword word salad and wacky flailing that makes him look like he's lying again, I think it's important to note how much he references federal funds, as he recently turned a budget surplus into a $45 billion deficit in just 2 years, with plenty of money to toss at homelessness and billions more needed for Biden's newcomers, but not enough to keep water in the fire hydrants. Though it's not like we didn't try, as back in 2014 we paid $2.7 billion for a water project that up to today still has not been completed. And although we don't know the origins of the Pacific Palisades fire quite yet, we now know that guy trying to start a fire in Woodland Hills was homeless and illegal, which is the ultimate slap in the face to the Los Angeles taxpayer.
It is,
Not only do you pay some of the highest taxes in the country, but your money didn't go to providing water and firefighters to protect your home. No, it was diverted to paying for the exact type of person that's setting fires in your neighborhood. And when your governor slithers to the surface to speak about it, he only seems interested in silencing his criticism, fundraising for the Democrats, and milking your suffering for more federal funds that he'll likely get a huge cut of, as he doesn't care about.
See, it's like these people are so fucking stupid. Like, I just don't understand. Like, how is it possible? How are they so bad? How is this possible?
Unless someone more important is noticing, as back in 2023, he went to China to meet with President Xi, immediately setting back foreign relations by decades. But the very next month, when Xi came to San Francisco, California, the city that normally looks like the third world was immediately cleaned up and turned into a dystopian night.
True, Crazy. Why the fuck was he? Well, I guess California has, like, you know, being like a big coastal port and stuff, might have some stuff with China. I'm being generous. He is the governor of California. I'm being generous.
They're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true, because it's true.
Dude, can you imagine being a fucking being a citizen of this fucking city? Dude, Dude. He's like, yeah, you know, these important people are coming
It
to
is
town.
illegal for state
We better
officials
fix
to
it
do
up.
any.
Yeah, how fucked up is that? He's like, yeah, these important people are coming to town, so we obviously have to clean it up. But it's like, wait a minute, we fucking live here and we pay for this shit. Like, what the fuck? What?
Which is why I think Los Angeles residents are doomed, as even if your home wasn't directly impacted, displacement will. And even if billions of dollars pour in, I doubt they'll be spent as originally intended, as Newsom needs to prepare the city for the Olympics with the whole world watching, but that's gonna be at the SoFi Stadium, the Coliseum, and other places nowhere near the fires. The Olympic Village is gonna be at UCLA, and I'm absolutely certain he'll prioritize his important visitors over his own suffering citizens.
Yup.
As or here occurred force winds.
That's what I mean.
Of mis and disinformation that can divide a country.
And this isn't
This is the whole idea, by the way, behind like why Trump became president. This is the reason why. Is because the people of America are like, what the fuck are we doing? We need to take care of like our own people first, obviously. Like, what are you guys doing?
hurricane force disinformation.
Like, stop caring about
actually what
stop. And it's not even like stop caring about other people ever. It's like we need help now.
he's done every year he's been in power, and he's literally wiggling into getting away with it again. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription.
Bro, we went on a freaking 20-minute tangent over a 9-minute video.
Then go check out the video on how they forced social media sites into covering for them, and how they finally got caught.
That's another good video by Decoy Voice. I'll post it to you guys.